Good day, dear traders. This is InstaForex TV with a new weekly crypto review. Why did the stock market collapse? Will September be the worst month for the Bitcoin? How the Ethereum merge is ongoing and who has a chance to become a crypto millionaire? Find answers to these and other questions in our review. This weekend, the main cryptocurrencies showed growth from their 2-month and 3-month lows. But as it turned out, it was too early to expect spring in the crypto market. The collapse of the stock market on Tuesday became a wake-up call to those hoping that the inflation situation in the United States would start to improve. However, when the report came, it became clear that inflation remains stubbornly high. In fact, core inflation even accelerated to 6.3%. The figures disappointed investors who had expected better results, and a sell-off began. Cryptocurrencies tumbled right after the collapse of the stock market. More than $110 million was liquidated across crypto exchanges in the hour following the US inflation report. The scale of the plunge is clearly seen on the chart of the NASDAQ index. On Wednesday, the US saw the release of another important report, the Producer Price Index. Thus, core producer prices rose by 0.4% from a month earlier and by 7.3% from a year earlier. For investors and market experts, these figures mean only one thing: yet another aggressive move by the US Federal Reserve. The next FOMC meeting is due on September 21, and the regulator is expected to raise interest rates by another 75 basis points. Meanwhile, the Fear and Greed Index for Bitcoin fell to 41 from 71, exiting the greed zone. An instant fall in Bitcoin happened right after US inflation data came. However, fairly recently, Bitcoin was up by more than 9%, with trading volumes approximately 7 times higher than its average 20-day volume. On Wednesday, the digital asset nosedived to around 20,000 from 22,698 and entered a sideways channel. In the meantime, the greenback is strengthening against the basket of all currencies. Moreover, it has overtaken gold as the most attractive safe haven asset. At the same time, demand for Bitcoin is decreasing, with the price now trading in the red corridor. For example, the Japanese yen has decreased by over 20% against the dollar since the beginning of the year, while Bitcoin has lost 35% in value for the same period. The US Federal Reserve is currently the main driving force for the crypto market. The regulator is likely to stay aggressive for as long as it fights runaway inflation. Therefore, Bitcoin could go below the psychological support level of 20,000 in the coming week. Meanwhile, some analysts anticipate winter in the crypto market this autumn and see Bitcoin nosediving below 10,000. As for the second largest cryptocurrency, Ether, the Ethereum merge is now seen as its main driving force. The long-awaited merge will take place on September 15, shifting the Ethereum blockchain from proof of work to proof of stake. According to the Ethereum proof of work Twitter account, the fork will take place within 24 hours after merge, with the final code, binaries, config files and nodes made public 1 hour before the launch. Although the charts of Bitcoin and Ethereum look quite similar, the digital asset traded mixed on Wednesday. Demand for Ether increased amid growing optimism ahead of the merge. On the other hand, the crypto market has been in the fear zone for 6 months now, based on data from the Fear and Greed Index. In the wake of soaring inflation across countries and aggressive tightening by central banks, pressure on risk assets, including stocks and crypto, will be increasing. Among the top 10 largest cryptocurrencies by market cap, XRP dipped by 8%, Solana fell by 7%, and Cardano lost 7.5%. Today in Crypto Tips from InstaForex TV, we will talk about how to become a crypto millionaire. Indeed, the crypto market offers anyone such opportunities. With a capitalization of whopping $1 trillion, there's definitely big money in the crypto market. In fact, the number of crypto millionaires has grown to 19 in 2022 from 7 in 2021. Moreover, about 70% of crypto investors believe they will become billionaires. Here is how Changpeng Zhao became the world's richest crypto billionaire. Changpeng Zhao is the founder of Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange. He began his career with an internship in Tokyo working for a subcontractor of the Tokyo Stock Exchange. He then worked full-time for 4 years at Bloomberg, where he was a developer of futures trading software. Zhao also worked for several crypto companies and was previously a member of the team that developed blockchain.com. So he knew firsthand how crypto exchanges work. Although Zhao came to the crypto industry from the world of traditional finance, he was inspired by the concept of Bitcoin as a virtual asset free from political borders, restrictions, and intermediaries. He founded Binance in 2017. By 2022, the number of its users reached 110 million. Binance daily trading volume totals about $50 billion. Its founding father is currently ranked as 35th richest person in the world with a net worth of $34.5 billion as of August 2022. Still, it is important to remember that crypto trading has a flip side, which is a high risk of losing funds. Seeking ways to become wealthy, crypto investors risk falling prey to scammers promising quick profits. Therefore, you should only rely on reliable data and critical thinking. As a reminder, the Ethereum merge will take place already today. You can track the time before Ethereum moves to proof of stake, for example, on CoinMarketCap.